Engineering management. This is like the most talked topic nowadays with me, and I'm not kidding. I have at least like 50 to 60 messages just about this topic. And a lot of the questions are revolve around like, is engineering management really for me? And I get this text very often, and I probably know if you're watching this, you probably are in one of those categories that, hey, I did my undergrad in IT or computer science or BTech or BCA, and now I don't really like programming, I don't really enjoy programming, and now I want to move to management. And is engineering management right fit for me? So I'm gonna answer that question in this video. Also, I cannot promise this video is going to be small. My videos are long because I like to do detailed analysis of each topic I talk, and we'll do it together so I can show you what I do, and you need to do this research for yourself too. But along with that answer, we will also talk about what exactly is engineering management, what is the syllabus and class work look like, some colleges, and scope. That's like the big thing, right? If you're doing masters in this engineering management, is it really worth it? Is it worth doing it, and are there jobs in this field? What are the salaries? And finally, should you do this? Is it right fit for you? So before we get into all of this, let's just go to the basic engineering management. What does it mean? When I was researching, I found a Wikipedia page. Let's look at that. Okay, so according to Wikipedia, engineering management is the application of the practice of management to the practice of engineering. Really complicated. Engineering management is a career that brings together the technical, logical, problem-solving ability of engineering and the organizational, administrative, and planning abilities. I can't talk, but planning abilities of management in order to oversee the operational performance of complex engineering-driven enterprises. Okay. Now, while I was doing that, if you can see that there's also Masters of Engineering Management, so I clicked on that and I read that too. Masters of Science in Engineering Management is a professional master's degree that bridges the gap between field of engineering or technology and the field of business management. Okay. So when I read that, it went above me. I mean, I kind of understood what it's trying to say because I have a few friends who are doing masters in that, and I also have done my research when I was researching this topic. But what does this all technical terms mean? I'm going to give you a simple example. Basically, you are taking technical skills. Engineering is, it can be in many fields. It can be in production, manufacturing, clothing, factories and technology, software development, product development. In any field, there is engineering involved, right? Mobile, when you build a mobile, there's engineering involved. Taking the core engineering principle, technical skills, and using some of their management capability and combining them together. That's basically what this engineering management is. Now, if you're still confused, because I was still, I'm going to give you a very basic example in our simple world, real world. And again, this is very simple example. Don't try to get into super technical details. Have you ever played cricket? And if you have not played cricket, any sports like football, knowing the rules of cricket, that if you hit out of boundary directly, it's 6 runs.
Absolutely magnificent. Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup. After
you run across the field, it's 1 run. If knowing the rules is the technical skills. Knowing your team, meaning knowing which player has what strength, how to use that and when to use that, is your management ability.
in the air. Sri
How and that's basically is what engineering manager does, engineering management does, using technical skills and management skills together. Now that was a simple example. Let's go a little technical. Let's say you have a company which makes websites and apps for third-party clients. So you got a client who came and said, I own a hotel and I want you to make a iOS, Android, and hotel website. Can you make one for me? In engineering management, there are many roles: project manager, business analyst, engineering manager, IT manager, many roles, right? Business client service manager. So all those people are basically taking, one is taking the requirement from client, because your software developer doesn't understand what it means. Business analyst will take the requirement, break it down into technical specification, and give it to that. What does it mean? You will say that, hey, instead of using 3 different databases, just use one database and point all of the if mobile app and website to that. That as a technical business analyst, you will probably do that. As a project manager, what you'll do is understand the scope of the work, build a team, and get things done. That's your job. So those all comes under engineering management. That kind of activity comes under engineering management. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna say that that's exactly what I want to do. That's what I really think that's what I want to get into. This is totally my type of course. Hold on to that thought. I have a little problem with that, and we'll talk about it in a detail. But before you do make up your mind, one thing I want you to do, and please do this research by yourself. Please do this research, because you're spending a lot of money and you need to do this research for yourself. Go to colleges and go to their MS in engineering management page. Look at the syllabus, and there will be a catch for all colleges, because since engineering management can be applied to production, can be applied to like manufacturing field, you don't want to take classes like production quality or something like that, because you will have no idea what does that mean. But if you are in mechanical field or civil engineering field, that probably means a lot to you because you've done that in your bachelor's. If you are doing something in technology, you have to make sure the course is aligned with technology. So do that research, and we will do that. I'll do that in front of you, so you know what exactly I'm talking about and how you need to do that research. Now, some of the colleges I already know in engineering management, which are great, and I have friends in it. So I'm going to go through those colleges, and you should do that same. And you can do this with any college you want. All right. So let's look at, and again, I have my laptop, so I'm going to look at my screen and also talk to the camera. So let's go to Syracuse University, because I know that one of my friends is right now getting his master's in engineering management, and that's how I knew about this topic and I talked to him. So this is their homepage, right? This is their homepage. How would you find it? So first thing you have to go is academics. This is how I would start doing it, because I know it's a graduate degree, so you will have to go into graduate. There's a search bar, or you can go through all this, and I'm gonna just use this engineering management. Okay, looks like you found one, right? And it looks like 36 credits. So if you it has all the requirement. It is a 33 credit program plus a 0 credit exit paper, which probably means an exit exam, final exam. And you can see all this requirement they already have to remain in good. You have to have 3.0 GPA and blah blah blah, all of this. Now, look at that company that hire our MS graduates. And there are a list of companies who already, you have the list of companies we're gonna be hired if you go to Syracuse. Job location: 86% in the US, 14% outside the US, and these other titles. And there are engineering coordinator, reporting analyst, whatever, project manager and project coordinator. So a lot of different positions, and in the salary range, base salary is different than median base. Base salary basically just 45,000 to 90,000 and 65,000. I don't think that's way too less, but 45,000 to 89,000 sounds pretty much right. Now, what I want you to do is to go in university catalog, because that's where you will find the information for your syllabus. Here's what I want you to do. Core requirement. This means you have to, there's no escape from these courses. You have to take these courses. First one looks like statistics. Do you like statistics? I really don't like statistics, and if you do, then great. And you have to, understand what is this, and simulation and data analysis. This sounds super technical. All right, project management is something you really want to do it. Foundation on entrepreneurship, it's really good one. And looks like they have 4 track, which is entrepreneurship, informatics, and sustainability and operations. And you probably have to choose. Remember, I was saying productivity and quality engineering. So you probably have to choose one of the track, or it probably says, oh, student has to select 3 courses from one of the following 4 tracks, plus 1 course from any of the 4 tracks. So there you go. You have a requirement. You have to pick 1 classes from each of the tracks. Well, I mean, this is for Syracuse University. Based on this, do you really think that is this what you want to do? Because I understand your job and the job which you will get after you complete your masters, but you have to clear your masters, and for clearing masters, these are the subjects you will get. Statistics is something very difficult. I'm not trying to convince you to not do it. I'm just trying to show you this is what you're getting into. If you're really excited about statistics, great, this is good for you. I don't think that was for me, but this is also what I'm trying to, that this is also another point which I'm trying to say is that just don't get into any college, look at their syllabus and then pick the colleges. Now let's look at different college, which is Stevens. Again, I know, oh, that's a fancy video, but I know one of the student who is in this. I'm gonna just use this search feature and just type engineering management and see if it works. Most colleges will work, but we'll see. Okay, looks like the first thing, master's degree, boom. All right, that's fancy. Read all this. There are codes and everything. Possible career: data analyst, operation analyst, risk manager, project manager. This sounds super, super, good. And I think this is what you want to do. Now I'm looking for curriculum, right? That's where I'm gonna click. Okay, again, there's all requirements mentioned already. Required core courses, which means you have to do this. There's no escape. Engineering economics and cost analysis, I don't think that's going to be that bad. Operation research, again, not bad. Project management or design, I think you should choose project management. Informatics of engineering management, not bad. Decision and risk analysis, not bad. Modeling and simulation or dynamic modeling for systems, and that sounds a little technical, but I don't really, you'll have to go into more detail and find out what exactly that is. And look at that, there's a webinar and there's like study plan and all of this. So go and research all of these, and admission requirement. People say that, what are the exams? Go and look at this thing. It says with a B or average. So people who have B probably means like below 3.0 GPA or around 3.0 GPA, and also it means around 60% in Mumbai. So, or India, sorry. And official transcript, 2 letters of recommendation, GRE scores. And part-time students do not require GRE. Okay, they have part-time too. So anyway, this is for Stevens, and likewise you can also look at different colleges. I'm going to look at Florida Institute of Technology because I already researched on this. So again, let's do the old way. Academics, and I am a little confused. Find your degree. Okay, maybe I lost it. Let's just do search. Okay, looks like maybe I'll have to do engineering management. There we go. So we found it, and again, same thing. They have all fancy words they want to say. They have a video, all this thing. What I really want, I'm looking for. Okay, it looks like there's career page too. So let's look at that too. It just got us to engineering management page. Okay, well, look at all the requirements. There's 3 letters of recommendation, resume, objective, which is SOP, and GRE again. And then, move on to degree requirement. Oh, forget that. Required courses. That's what I want you to look at. Quality engineering, project engineering, which is project management, topics in engineering, operations, and logistics. Okay, sounds okay. Technology, commercialization strategies sounds more management. Strategic situation analysis using game theory sounds also management. Presents a study. Yeah, sounds like a management class. So all of these are management. Why I showed you this all things is 2 reasons. One, I want you to show you how I do research and how I would have done research if I was going to choose engineering management as my master's program, and that's how you need to do research. And 2, you need to really look at syllabus. I emphasize on this a lot more because a lot of students just pick colleges, they don't look at syllabus, and then when they go to college they realize I'm not kidding, I have messages from students who are like, I don't really like this. Yeah, because you didn't look at the syllabus, you didn't look at what you're getting into, so how would you like it? That's why I want you to look at it. So you understand the scope and you understand it's a management course, and some colleges will have more technical, so avoid those if you really want to avoid technical perspective of this engineering management. Now, scope of this whole topic, or scope of the engineering management. There's plenty of scopes, there's plenty of jobs in this field. There's no shortage for this job. And if you ask salary, you saw already, I would say anywhere from 70,000 to 130,000, depending on which city, which area, where, what level, what job role you're getting. But job roles like project manager, system analyst, business analyst, consultant, engineering coordinator, project coordinator, a lot of management role you will get. And after all this, you can ask me this question: is this really for you? Should I do it? I get all of this. Should I do it? And is this really for me? Now, my problem with engineering management, and hold on to all of your questions. See, the problem is all the job positions which you looked at is all management positions, right? Now, the problem with that position is if you do not have work experience, if you're someone who just did bachelor's, came to United States, finished your graduate, and now you are applying for project manager, applying for team lead, or applying for engineering management, they're not going to hire you. That's big problem. Here's why. They're going to ask you questions like, hey, give me a scenario where you have a conflict in your team and how did you resolve it? Have you ever led a team? Have you made business or financial decisions being in a team lead position? Have you give me a scenario where you had to make unethical decisions? So the problem is all these questions are all experience based. And I get that you will have some experience in your classes because you will be working with a team on a project, because that's one of the core principle of engineering, the team building and leadership and all of that. But that's not real world experience, and they will expect you. Other thing is Anywhere the company which is medium-sized company, meaning the employees are from 50 or even less, maybe the employees are like from 30, 35 to somewhere around 200. Those size company will not hire you. And guess what? There are many companies in the United States of that size. Here's why. They run on a budget, which means if their revenue is $1 million, the cost to run the company is probably around 500 to 600,000. So they are making profit only 400,000. And if they have to hire you, they have to pay you 100,000, around 100,000. And you have to be valuable for the company. That's big problem. Because you don't have, they have to invest in you to train you, to make you valuable, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take at least a year or 2 years to make you valuable resource for that company. And that's why medium-sized company is like no for you if you have no experience. Now big size company and small size companies will prefer you, and that's where you will go. Again, I'm not trying to scare you, so hold on to all that. Now let me talk about people who have experience. If you have experience, please do not stop yourself. This is like a right course for you. You will enjoy this a lot, and your work experience will really help you get management role positions because you have stories to tell in interviews. And I'll make different videos on this management interviews and what questions were asked to me in project manager, as a project manager, when I was transferred to team lead, what kind of questions were asked to me. So, and again, comment and let me know if you want me to make videos on those. But if you are experienced, please do not hesitate. This is really booming field, a lot of job openings and a lot of job opportunities in this area, in this field. So if you have experience, go for it. Now here's a case. If you don't have experience, you already have an admit, and or you are already started your college, or you just about to start the college, you paid your fees and everything. I'm gonna tell you something. Don't panic. Please don't panic, because one, I made this video for students who are getting to engineering management and have no idea what they are getting into. Two, if you're already into this, please don't panic, because I think there is workaround for every single thing, right? And here's what I want you to do. One, keep watching my videos, because I'll talk about this in many, because I went from technical field to management field, and I'll talk about my transition. So keep watching my videos. But two, I want you to be like expert in LinkedIn. Understand LinkedIn very well, because that's going to be your best friend to get job. Two, I want you to be socially active on campus. I don't mean by socially active meaning social media active, like I don't mean by Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I mean join student clubs, join fraternities, which are student-based, studies-based fraternity, join business clubs, join entrepreneurship club, join your startup clubs if you have in college, and if you don't, then start one, become the president of a club. Those all things will help you get management position, because you have done something real and you can show it. And other thing which I wanted to tell you is go to every single career fair your college host. Meet every single people. You have to be persistent with your recruiters. The only way you're gonna get into it is because by you showing your face every single time in career fair. They know that you're persistent, you're a hard worker, and you're gonna get the job because they see the hard work in you. So that's what I meant. And again, research is gonna be your another best friend. You have to research all the companies, job positions, and you're probably not gonna get, if you are not experienced and already are in this category, you're not gonna get a position like project manager, but you can get project coordinator, you can get assistant project manager. You cannot get product manager, but you can get assistant product manager or junior product manager. There are workarounds, just you have to look for it. You're gonna say that you all started super nice and everything, what now? You confused me totally, you confused the heck out of me. I get it, and that's why I'm gonna say this. if you really want to get into management field, I strongly feel go into MIS field. Management Information System, MS in IS, MS in Information Technology, Technology Management, because those has a backup plan. What I mean by, and remember backup plan in my last video, what I mean by that, even though it's targeted to get management job roles and get management job positions, you will have a little bit of technical courses, which does not mean that you have to do coding. I know that you don't like coding and you don't like programming. There are other job roles. Watch my videos which I have made for job roles which are not programming related. There are QA roles, there are RE roles, there are tool specific admin, and there are many roles which you can get through MIS because it's still a technical degree, it's still a science degree. So that's why I mean that it has a backup plan. But if you get into engineering management and if you took all just management classes, you're stuck. You have nowhere to go. So that's why MIS is like a best middle way path. And again, if you are really passionate about engineering management, if you really think you can do it, you can pull it off, don't stop yourself. Or if you are already in this field, don't stop yourself. You can do this. Give your 100%, work your ass off. You cannot have excuses. You have to work every single day. Focus on things like job search and everything. So I'll make videos on all of this, but I really want you to understand that in overall in engineering management, it's all about your personality. It's all about how you are as a person, because you are getting into management position, and if someone hires you, you're gonna be dealing with people, and how as a person you're gonna be with people around you. That's what they're gonna judge you. So you have to build those skill set if you don't have it already, and if you do, then you just have to prove them that you have it. So you can totally do it. That's my 2 cents on engineering management. Again, I tried, looks like it's 25 minutes already. I honestly tried to do it. Now you tell me after watching this, if you watched this whole video, you tell me, how can I put all of this in 3 minutes? It's impossible for me to make this video in 3 minutes. And I really want you to get the best out of it. I really want you to understand what it means when you get into engineering management, what kind of research you need to do, what are you getting after engineering management, can you even get to what you wanted to get out of engineering management. So that's why it takes time for me to explain you, and I cannot do it in 3 minutes. So sorry again for a long video, but I hope this helps you. I hope this opens your eyes, and I really hope that this gives you right passion and path to go into which field you want to get into. I have no complaints against engineering management. I'm again repeating that if you are experienced, if you have even 2 years of experience, this is right field for you, bang on. If I had 2 years of experience, I would have chosen this field, but I prefer backup plans, so I would have gone to MIS. But totally do this. I'm not opposed to this. There are some engineering management which is technology driven. Choose those one, because that's more safer, where you are taking classes technology related, so you can get into technical field too if you don't get management position. Okay, overall I think that's all I wanted to say. I hope you like this video, and wait until next one. And I think that's all we had for this one. Until the next episode, keep smiling, keep hustling.